I love hosting and having dinner parties, so this week I had some friends over for a pear-themed dinner party, and I made gemelli pasta with a pear and gorgonzola sauce, a brie and pear puff pastry appetizer, a pear and prosciutto arugula salad, a pear white wine sangria, and cinnamon sugar poached pear puff pastries for dessert. I got started making my pasta dough, divided into smaller pieces, and then rolled it out and used 2 pieces twisted together and then cut that up to create the gemelli pasta. I then got started on the white wine sangria, chopping up pears, apples, oranges, and peaches, adding those to a pitcher with some cinnamon sticks, a whole bottle of Sauvignon Blanc, and about 2 cups of apple cider. I mixed that all together and then let it rest for a while before serving it with some more fruit, cinnamon sticks, and rosemary. For the brie and pear puff pastry appetizer, I chopped up some pears and some slices of brie. I scored around the edges of a puff pastry and then started layering on the pears and the brie, and then used a fork to create a detailing around the border with a little egg wash. I then baked it in the oven, topped it with some honey and thyme, and then I made a simple maple syrup, olive oil, lemon juice, salt, and pepper dressing. I dressed some arugula and then added on sliced pears, prosciutto, gorgonzola, and some candied pecans. I cooked the pasta, added some butter, gorgonzola, heavy cream, and lemon juice, and some brown sugar, mixed that all together, then added in some pears in the pasta, and here is the final product for our dinner. Earlier in the day, I started working on the poached pears for our dessert. I removed the skin and the seeds and then started working on a mixture on the stove to poach the pears in. I added the pears into the mixture, added some parchment on top, and let them soak up all the yummy flavors. I added them to some containers to continue soaking while I made a butter, brown sugar, and cinnamon mixture. I cut up the puff pastry dough, added on an egg wash, and then added the butter and cinnamon sugar mixture to each of the pears, flipped them over, and then scored around the pears and baked that in the oven. I then added the pear stem back on so they looked extra realistic, and here is the final product.